Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Here we are, my dear brothers. So let's start with saying Bismillah wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulillah. Alhamdulillah, here we are again with another lesson of ours. Yesterday, if you remember, I left you with some question to trigger your curiosity. Okay, and I said, why are we saying baytun, okay, baytun instead of baytu, only instead of only one dhamma, we are saying two dhamma. Okay, why are we doing this kind of thing? To give the answer, we have to enter a little bit into grammar concept. Okay, we have to enter a little bit into the grammar. So let's enter. Inside. Before it, let's see the different. How do we say the vowel is repeated twice, and when it's only one. So obviously, when it's only one, we just say dhamma. We just repeat its name. When it's repeated twice, we say dhamma tain. So this tain is like saying twice. And this concept is called tanween. Whenever we have a vowel sign repeated twice, it's the concept of tanween. We say this when it's repeated twice, we say dhamma tain. So this tain, it symbolizes twice. We say dhammatain, and here obviously, how do you say fata? How do you say it? Naam. All right, you say it fatatain. Nothing difficult. You see the concept is called the concept of tanween. Now let's come back to our grammar concept. Let's give some bonus to it. Let's give you some bonus. If you recall, yesterday I always reference to the house as a house. I didn't say the house, I say a house. Why I say a house? I say a house because I use the tanween, the dhammatain. So I think for now you should get it. So let's say it together. Whenever we have a tanween, on the noun, so bait is a noun, house is a noun. So whenever we have the tanween on a house, on a noun, it indicates that the noun is indefinite. Normally in English, you put a before the noun, but in alphabet we don't have this letter that's making this job. So the job is going to take it, the vowel. They're going to take this job from a normal letter, okay, to indicate the indefinite of a noun. So I think we get it. To indicate that a noun is indefinite, we just put the tanween. Now, if you want to make it definite, we have to introduce something. You say in English, you say the, the, okay? In Arabic, the equivalent of this the is al. So we put al. So this it's alif, and this one is called lam, but we are going to see them shortly. So they are called it's called al. We are joining together, alif and lam, al. So you put this al before the noun, you join it to the noun. But what you don't do, you don't put the tanween. If you have the al say tanween. I don't want you. You have to. You just did your job. I'm coming. Let me make my job also. Okay. So the tanween is going away, and then we have al. Al is coming, and the tanween they're switching time. So we can't have tanween with al. We can't have tanween with al. It's a grammatical error. It's a grammatical error. We should avoid it. Okay, we should avoid it. It's very easy because if in English you don't write a, you say a house. No, you don't write like that. You don't write a house or a day house. No, but because here you're using vowel sign, it's very easy. Sometimes you write al and then you put another dhamma. You put dhamma thing. Hmm? Let's stay away from this mistake. Thank you very much. So let's go forward. Let's go forward. You see this NB, nota bene, nota bene. What have you write here? You say all proper nouns are definite. All proper nouns are what? We are, we are missing an S. Okay, all proper nouns are what? Are definite. All proper nouns are definite. Okay, here we have Khalidun. Khalidun. Like I said, okay, Musa, but you just say that when we have a definite noun, it should the tanween should go away. Why here we have a Khalid and now, and then you're telling us that it is definite, but here I'm seeing a tanween. I'm seeing a tanween. What is the case here? So let me respond to your concern. Let me address your concern. In order for me to address your concern, it's easy. The answer is easy. We just say this is how the language. That is how the language it is. I'm not the one making the rules of the language. I'm only following them. Okay, and the language say that the 95. Let's put this in. Let me that's clear. 95% of the males proper nouns. So what are the proper nouns? Khalid, like your personal noun, name, like names, your personal, a proper name, okay? Like Bilal, Muhammad, Hamid, Khalid, and etc. Okay, this 95% of the males proper noun, they are all definite. They're all definite, even though they have tanween, and they should have tanween. They should have tanween. Okay, they must have tanween. They must have tanween, and whenever they have the tanween, and when they have the tanween, those that have the tanween, they are all definite because they are proper nouns. Okay, they are proper nouns. So we address also this one. Now let's break down the new letter that we just saw. Okay, we see al, we see the alif and the lam, and then we see Khalid. Khalid. So these four letters, Khalid. So let's start with al, and we have alif and lam. We say we have alif and lam. So let's go into it. Yeah, this is, we should write it with nota bene. This one also. What he's saying that in Arabic we have 29 letters. 29 letters, in which 28 are consonant. 28 are consonant. So the one remaining that is not a consonant is nicht. Deutsch, German. That is not a consonant is alif. It's alif. Okay, alif has no speech sound. Alif has no speech sound. We should remember it. Okay, we should remember it. Whenever we say a, so in this case we say al. Okay, we say al. We are going to, inshallah, we are going to see it in details. But for now, let's just say that whenever we say the sound a, in reality we are using another letter, and that letter is hamza. Hamza. Now we get it. that letter is Hamza. So that's why whenever we see Alif, we always see we are going to see it with the Hamza on top of it. We're going to see Hamza on top of it. It's very small, it's very difficult to see, but here it's very difficult. I don't think you can see it. This is our A, okay, Alif. So you see the stick, the line, and on top of it there's this Hamza on top of it. That's very difficult to to see. But just believe me, that's how the case. That is how the case. Eh, like you just so we're going to look where is this Hamza generated from, because we say that Alif doesn't have any sound speech. Whenever we say A, we are using the letter Hamza. We use the letter Hamza. So what is Hamza coming from? Hamza, if you see it, is coming from the lower part of the throat. Okay, the throat, the lower part of it. There we get Hamza. Okay, Hamza. And Hamza doesn't have really a beginning, a middle, or an end. Okay, you just see it in all case written like this. Okay, in all case you see it written like this. But we have to say something. We have to say something that Hamza has three different chairs. Has three different chairs. Don't worry yourself. Every time you see the symbol of Hamza, him having this for chair, him having this for chair, or the Alif for chair. If you see the Hamza on top of it, it's Hamza. It's Hamza. So sometimes you see it like the boat of Ba and Ta without any dot, and you see the Hamza on top of it. It's a chair. It's a chair. Okay. Sometimes you need a chair to sit. And sometimes his chair is Alif, and sometimes his chair is Waw. We're not going to enter in details when we have Alif as for chair, Waw for chair. And, okay. Now just know that whenever you see the Hamza, this is what you have to put, okay, your mind into it. That Hamza, whenever I have Hamza, whenever I see Hamza, this sign is Hamza. Okay, him having this or this or this, it shouldn't scare you. It's Hamza. Now let's go forward. And let we say Khalid, yeah? We say Khalid. Khalid. So let's go with Kha. Let's go with Kha. This Kha. So for Kha, and it's good that we introduce Alif, Alif and Hamza in this session, because like I said yesterday, we have in order we have to practice, we have to know where this sound are generated from for us to be able to uh, practice them. So in order to practice, in order to make this practice very effective, Alif or Hamza is going to help us in this case. Like you see with uh, with al with al. So in order to exercise, you just put the Alif or Hamza, or you want to say it. You put the Alif, Hamza, and then you put the letter you want to practice. So in this case, we have Lam, so Al. In this case, we have Ba, you want to practice Ba, you say Ab. You want to practice Ta, you say At. You want to practice Ya, you say I. You put school on the letter you want to practice. So you put Fatah on top of Alif, Hamza, and you put the school on top of the letter you want to practice its sound, the way to pronounce it or to generate its sound. So we say you put Alif here, Ab, you put Alif here, I, you put Alif before Ta, at. So in this case, you exercise. You put alif before lam, al. And we also have to say that alif doesn't join. You see, it's selfish. It's a little bit selfish. It doesn't join. You say no, I don't join. I don't join. I'm alone. I'm alone. So you just write a, and then you write the letter. In this case, lam. Or you write okay, or you write. If let's say you want to exercise ba, you write alif. You write ba. You don't join them. You don't join them. Mistake. You have to leave a gap. You have to leave a gap. Okay. You don't join them. That is the rule for alif. Okay. Don't want any say leave me alone, and we are going to leave him alone. So we say let's go back to kha. Let's go back to kha. Kha. So why do we get kha? So this is the form when kha is written isolated. It's isolated form. And to generate the sound, where do we find it? So we go and we say we have hamza on the lower part of the throat. For kha, we go up. So the upper part of the throat, we get kha. We get kha. You don't believe me? Let's see. You don't believe me? Let's see. So you see it. It's here. Okay, here. Yeah, on the lower part of the throat, you get hamza. Then you go up, and the upper part of the throat, you get kha. So if you want to exercise the pronunciation, you put alif before it, and ach, simple. We shouldn't get any problem. You just only have to exercise. You just need only exercise. So, and here we have when it's joined with other letters, how it's written. So look, there are other letter that there are other two letters that they have the same shape of kha. They have the same shape of kha. But what's differentiating them with kha is the dot. Okay, we always have to watch out. Okay, the dot is going to help us. If we have some letters that on the shape they are similar, look at the dot. Okay, the dot is going to help you. Like ba, we say ba, how many dots? Tell me how many dots? One. Where? And ta, how many dots? How many dots? Thank you. Where? Thank you. On top of the letter. Ya, how many dots? Thank you. Two. Where? Under. Thank you. You see, this is how you are going to recognize the letters. Easy breezy. So this is the way it is written. This is the way it is written when it is the beginning. You have this. You have this head, this cap. I like to write it like this, with this cap. Okay, you have this cap, and then you go down. Okay, you have this cap. Okay, this hat, this cap, this form, this shape, and then okay. But what we are interested is not only the calf, but it's also this dot. Now, and every time this is to indicate that there's letter following it. And whenever it's in the middle, it's the same. Okay, it's in the same. And when it's the last end, the last letter, the closing letter, you just close it. You just write it like you write it the isolated form. Like when you write this isolated form, you just repeat it. So you go to the letter, and then papa. Okay, and then you finish it. Bismillah. But always pay attention to the dot. Then we have lam, lam. Today I think the video is going to be a little bit longer. We have lam. So to generate lam, I'm going to tell you, but we shouldn't have any problem because it's a common letter to every language. It's a common letter. So what are we going to do? We are going to use the upper portion of the tongue, not the tip, like with ta. We are going to use the upper portion of the tongue. Let me show you. So here we have ta. You see, ta is here on the tip, and before the ta, we have the lam. So the lam is here, the upper portion, not the middle. The middle we have other letter, and the bottom side we have another letters, but the upper portion here, not the tip of the tongue, but here the upper portion. And what we how do we do it? And we have to position it where behind the we touch it with the gums, okay, with the gums of our mouth. Behind where? Behind the canine of the teeth, okay, behind the canine of the teeth, the canine or the incisor of the teeth is equal. I say we shouldn't have any problem. We shouldn't have any problem with the lamb, so we can just move forward. But sometimes it's helpful to know where how to generate the letters. Maybe somebody have difficulty, so we just repeat it. So use the upper portion of the tongue on the tip, touching the gums behind the upper canine of the teeth. Okay, you have to position it. Sorry, you have to position it behind the upper canine of the teeth, touching obviously the gums. Okay, touching the gums. Easy breezy. So this is the way it is written. When it is in the beginning, lam. When it is in the middle. What's the difference? You see the difference? This lam, because the lam is almost is similar like the alif. You say alif is written like this, and lam when it's in the middle is also only a stick. It's also like a stick. But what's the difference? The difference is, if you remember, if you recall, we say the alif, you don't want self, you don't want to join with no one. Okay, say Abstand, distance. But lam, it doesn't. It's not a problem for him. He doesn't care. He want company. So you join it. He like to be joined. Okay. He like to be together. It's not a problem for him. That's the difference between alif and lam. So every time you see a stick, a line like alif, but it's joined with other letter. So just know that Islam, it is lam and not alif. And obviously you see how it is written. So its end form, it's also like normally the end form of the letters is always similar to their form when they are isolated. Okay, they are quite the same. We have del. Del is a part-time. Selfish. It's part-time selfish. Sometimes it's selfish with others. Sometimes it's you go along with others. Okay, it's only part-time selfish, not full-time selfish like Alice. Dal is only part-time. It's only part-time selfish. So how to let and Dal we say lamb is common like our Latin L, but del we don't have to confuse it with our Latin D. Okay, they are different. So let's read it. To generate del, we use the tip and the edge of the tongue. Okay, the tip on the edge of the tongue together. We place it behind the incisor. Of the upper teeth. Okay, not the lower teeth. For the incisor, we have the incisor of the upper teeth and the lower teeth. So you place it behind the incisor of the upper teeth while attaching it to the gums. Okay, while attaching it to the gums. Let's look at it. Let's look at it. We have it. We should have it here. Okay. Then you see, then it's here. It's here with along with the ta that we saw yesterday. You see that we saw yesterday. So what do we do? Like what we said, we use our tip of the tongue together with the edge of the tongue, and we place it. You see, here is the teeth. Here is the teeth, and you place it behind the upper the incisor of the upper teeth. These are the incisor. You place it behind the incisor of the upper teeth while touching the gums. While touching the gums. Okay, so this is how you generate the sound of del, and we say we shouldn't mistake it with the D of the Latin language, but it's similar, but not quite similar. And we say that del is part-time selfish. It's not full-time. Like alif is part-time. It's part-time. Sometimes, why we say it's part-time selfish? Look at the beginning. It's normal. Del, you write del. But what can you see? Look at the middle and the end. Look at the middle and the end compared to the beginning. What can you see different? So you see here we have the line that is connecting with del. But if you see normally the beginning, if a letter start beginning, we should also have this line. Okay, we should also have the line that is indicate, okay, there's a letter that is continuing. Yes, we have the continuation of the letters, but not attached to them. You have to give a space. You want some distance. Say, look, I like you, but I don't like you. I like you, but I don't like you. Give me some space. Okay, give me some space. So I say from the right, you see, from right to left, I'm okay with you. From right to left, I'm okay with you. Or from right to left, going from right to left, just okay. We're not on the same page. So thank you, but no thank you. I'm not going to. I'm not going to make. I'm not going to play with. I'm not going to play these games. Let me say, we understand you. So that is not the only letter. We have alongside with del 5 letter altogether, five letter that they are part-time selfish. That they are part-time selfish. Okay, and they are part-time selfish. And inshallah, for today we came to the end. We see Khalid, al. We see well Khalid. We look at the letters that compose Khalid, and this al that tell us that a noun is definite. Al tell us that the noun is definite. And we saw alif, we saw lam, we saw kha, and we saw del. We saw 4 letters today. Alhamdulillah, we saw 4 letters. Inshallah, I'm going to leave you also today with something to trigger your interest, your curiosity. Why do we say baytu with dhamma and not bayti? And not bayti or bayta? And why baytu and not bayti? Let me add also. Let me add. Okay. Let me add. Let's use green. Okay. And not beta. Why baytu and not bayti or beta? Okay. Inshallah, is going to be something for the next lesson. Inshallah. So stay with me. Inshallah, we're going to see each other. How to give gas. How they say in German, give gas. Inshallah, we are going to, with Allah wills, tomorrow. Stay with us, inshallah. So I'm going to leave you here with the greeting of Islam and from Desert Sheikh Musa. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.